Well, I think this week has been great. It's only been 2 days, and we've already had a lot of great conversations. I think probably the most inspiring thing on Sunday night, I got invited to the JPMorgan private company reception, and actually got to hear Jamie Dimon talk. And so I was 3 feet away from him. So it was really, really nice to be able to, ask some questions and to hear his perspective about things. And I think generally the way things are feeling right now is there's a little more sunshine out there than there used to be. And the last couple of years have been hard. And I think that there are a lot of things lining up that are very positive for the industry. And, one of the comments that he made that I've really struck me is through everything in the last, he said he's been coming to JP Morgan Healthcare Conference for, 30 years, a long time. And through the whole amount of that time, there's been a lot of ups and downs, the 2008 crash and all of that. And he said, what's inspiring about our field is we've done nothing but go up. That in terms of what we're doing, in terms of making new medicines, new treatments, new innovations, it's never stopped. We're continuing. And I tell everybody we're in the golden age right now all of this stuff is coming together, all the stuff we've been talking about for years, and we're starting to see, the promises are starting to happen. They're not just promises, they're not things that are out there, and that's inspiring and that's exciting. And I think that you can sense that, and some of the data being presented, the new medical devices, diagnostics, therapeutics, all of it is coming together. So we're, I'm always a very optimistic person, but I think I have a lot of optimism for the future of what we're able to do and the impact that we're going to have on this planet with the things that we're developing. Yeah, so it's the end of the year had a lot of interesting things happen on the deal making side. So a lot of M&A activity, a lot of licensing activity, and from what we can tell, it's gonna continue for at least a little while. I think that a lot of us were nervous about this next year because it's an election year in the United States, and there's a lot of uncertainty, and the markets hate uncertainty. But I think it's what we're realizing is there's a lot of breakthroughs that are out there, and I think the way our system is, and whether you can argue whether it's great or not, but the way our system is the big companies sell the drugs, right? And the little companies are usually the ones that are the innovators that are finding the new things. And so that cycle has to happen, and we're seeing, it's happening. And so I think there's a lot of optimism right now that's going to continue at least for a little while. I think the election might slow things down as it kind of gets a little further along, but I think the early part of this year, the sense that I get is there's an appetite out there for deal making, and I think every CEO I've run into here, they're all on the trail looking for deals, and it appears that there's acceptance on the other side. There's people looking for good stuff, and so I think I think we have some exciting few months ahead of us. And like I said, the election probably slow things down later this year, but I think we see that continue for a little while at least.